What's up, brah? This is my review on the Anbernic RG slide. I'm really excited for this one because it seems like Anbernic is producing new consoles like crazy, right? Like 100 a year. This one's really exciting because it's like the PSP Go in 2025. Let's get into it. All right, so I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty excited for this, and I'm somebody who has a ton of handhelds, and I mean a ton of handhelds. There's even more in the closet as well. But this is the RG, or should I say the PSP Go in 2025. Look at this thing. It is beautiful, my friends. And what's cool about this is that it slides, if you haven't figured that out already. This is really, really neat. And yes, Sony did do this as an attempt to try to innovate with the PSP as sales were going down versus Nintendo at that time with the GBA and so forth. But this is such a neat device. I think the form factor is very, very neat on this. There are so many different types of handhelds out there, and nothing compares to the experience that you'll have with the RG Slide. Yes, it is a touchscreen, and it is AMOLED, so it is beautiful, it is vibrant, it is powerful. You can use Anbernic's proprietary AI as well, which is really, really cool to just step up your gaming experience. Yes, you can play Roblox. Yes, you can do Fortnite. Yes, you can utilize the Play Store. Yes, you can also browse the internet. I mean, there's just so much you can do with this device that also becomes essentially a tablet for you to do whatever you really want to do with it. But one of the coolest features too is that you can primarily play a ton of preloaded games depending on what card you get. So you can get up to, I can't remember if it's 256 gigs or so forth, but I have 128 gigs and it's plenty. But overall, just the way this thing feels, I thought those joysticks might be a little too teeny, but because they're kind of put in this hole, I guess you can say, it's like concave, the entire system there, it feels just fine, to be honest. It's honestly comparable to your Switch. So, very, very cool form factor here. I'm telling you, I just can't get over sliding the dang thing. But one thing I really wish Anbernic did, which they typically do, is they put an HDMI out so you could play this on the big screen. Really wish they did that. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe you can Bluetooth out. I haven't looked that far into it. This is just kind of my honest review just getting this. But with the touch of a button, as you see there, you can play up to PS2, which is so cool. So cool. PS2, Wii, 3DS, and everything in between. And like I said, guys, I did not have to do anything. I just got it like this. And you just browse through whichever system you want to play, and you just click on the game. Yes, you can save and load states. Yes, you can modify literally anything that you could think of. You can customize it and make it however you want, which is my favorite thing about these Anbernic devices. They just know what they're doing. And mind you, I started about a year and a half ago with Anbernic with the RG35XX, and I was working with different manufacturers, Powkitty, X, there's a whole bunch of other guys, the SF2000 series, the R36 Maxes. I mean, there's a million other companies I was working with, Mayu Mini. Anyways, the Anbernic company just does it right. They know how to do it right, the way that they design from the very beginning to the very end, from hardware to the internal componentry to the user experience. I mean, they just know what they're doing, guys. It feels so good. They are the best manufacturer in the space for these handheld emulators. So this is really neat to see them a year later starting to innovate that much more to create this sort of tablet, like this sort of broader demographic experience. So an average consumer who maybe just doesn't want to play a bunch of emulators and maybe wants to browse the internet, listen to music, blah, 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 whatever they want to do, they can now do that on this device while still having the opportunity to play a ton of games and actually like play them well. Like you can see God of War here is running really, really well, which is just pretty neat to see that. Now, it did take me forever to get through that cutscene, but I got through it and I'm finally playing here, and it's sick. It's a blast. The screen size is great. I honestly think it's just perfect. I think it's really neat. It feels good. It feels like you could go for a good amount of time playing on the Anbernic RG Slide here. It doesn't feel like you're gonna cap out in like 20 minutes because it hurts your hands, it's fine. It's something to be meant to take on the go, to play without Wi-Fi, and you can utilize it with Wi-Fi. Sorry, I had to get some coffee there. Oh my goodness. But I mean, it's so cool. So check out what this game is that I'm playing next. And again, you can use touchscreen sometime. It's integrated, and I'm sure you'll understand what this game is once you see that logo right there. Assassin's Creed, one of the all-time just OGs from back in the day. Yes, you can play their games. And don't forget, if there's a system on here that maybe didn't have your game preloaded, you can just go ahead and download the ROM and add it, and it will run and it will work. I added Super Mario Galaxy. I did not show gameplay of that, unfortunately, but on the Wii, and that was so sick. Here's one thing that stresses people out is how do you get rid of that actual like screen, the digital screen? You just go to the settings here and just literally remove it, just like that. Super easy with a touch of the button on that right side there, and you just continue. That way you can just play it as it default binds it. And here we're playing Call of Duty, and sorry about that, I had to put the dogs away. There was some dogs out during this shot, but anyways, this is, I mean, it's a blast, guys. I'm sitting here playing Call of Duty on the Anbernic RG slide. It doesn't really get better than that. And again, if you're traveling, if you're someone who's going a lot of different places, just kind of wants to relax with some retro games, it's for you. Thank you guys so much for watching that video. I really hoped you enjoy it, and I also really hope that it was able to help you maybe make an informative decision on if you want to pick up the RG slide or not. I think it's a really cool emulator to have in 2025. Comment down below as well what type of content you want to see next. Make sure you also hit that like button and then drop a subscribe for all things gaming and tech.